Hi there. So this is just a little video to show you the back end of the website system that we've built for you and the membership management functionality. So just very quickly, the framework is built on WordPress, and we use the Avia framework to build out the display templates for the pages. To show you how quick and easy that is, I'll add a new page. So this is the test page. Activate the advanced layout editor, like so. And from here, basically it's a drag and drop system to create a page layout. We might build it as a series of color sections. So let's say there's 3 different full width color sections. Then we pull separators into those color sections. So maybe we divide this section in 2, and perhaps the bottom section is 3. And you can see I'm just duplicating these layout elements. What these layout elements do is ensure that the display template is always mobile responsive, so you don't have to worry about what it's going to look like on a mobile phone. From there, we apply content elements, perhaps a text block, a heading, and you'll see that there's all sorts of functionality that's kind of been pre-configured. You just need to drag and drop it into the display layout framework. Let's get some media elements, such as an image, but as you can see, we can put a slider or a video in there just as easily. Down the bottom, these sections might be icon boxes. So let's just put a little icon box in there and duplicate it. What I would normally do is just get the first box looking the way that I want it, and then I'd duplicate them across the page. Actually, I'll just show you what I would do. Let's start with best practice in mind. Let's get rid of these other ones. Okay, so let's click into this element. You can see here it's an icon box, so we'll choose the icon that we want. Easy peasy. I'd like this to be a large icon above the title. And then my content would go down here. Just grab some lorem ipsum, the staple of web developers and graphic artists the world over. Okay, so I save that. And that's the basic premise of the other 3 across this bottom section. So I'll duplicate that and then click into them and go, right, well, I want to change the title and the icon associated with it, and of course the content will be different. But because I know you guys are just busting to find out more about the functionality, I'll skip through that. But you can see it's very, very quick and easy to use once you've had some practice. Admittedly, I've had some practice. These color sections, you can click into them and either maintain the same styling as the rest of the site, or apply a special background color or an image. Let's go crazy. Go an orange background color section. This top section here, you might want to put a rotator in there, a full screen slider. Oops. Doesn't like that, does it? Hold on. So let me get a layout element that it will go into. Easy slider, there we go. Okay, so a color section needs a layout section inside it. But we're going to make the background of this color section something zany to go with our orange. Let's make it purple. Ooh la la. And then you just click into the featured sections, and it's pretty straightforward. You'll just choose the elements that you want to add to the slider, following the instructions of each of the editable areas. So it will take a little bit of time just to learn what all these things are, but in no time you'll be able to kind of race through like I am. Now we'll publish that page and preview it. Oops, okay, so I've been working on a Carta for this one, but you see we've got this top section, Here's our content section, our image, and these little icon boxes that we set up earlier, orange background, and here's a sidebar which comes as default. Pretty straightforward in terms of being able to update pages and content. More importantly, over here, when you start a new page, you have the option of applying a previously saved template. So every content page can have the same layout once you've chosen a template that you like. So in this case, we'll click the content template, and all of a sudden all of the content elements will come in. Simple as that. Okay, so that's the website editor. Now we'll go into the membership section, and I'll just show you some of the functionality that is here. So here's the dashboard, which is an overview of your members. In the members section, easily see members that have signed up, and these people have all signed up through the site. Labels of membership, so different membership levels, different pricing for those levels. Folders, this is where things get really useful. You can nominate different ways of grouping, different ways of grouping people into folders. Look at this handsome devil in the monkey folder, it must be. From this top section, once you've identified a folder, you can obviously click into all of the people that are in that folder, and this is an overview of the individual's activity within the site. Now this is basically just payment information. We manage the I guess the management of the client usually within a CRM, and the one that we've been using is Agile CRM. That makes it a lot easier to keep track of when people are updating logbooks and the like. On the logbook stuff, all that stuff is stored in the back end of the website, and a notification is sent to the administrator. So under forms, there's okay, the form hasn't been done yet, but let's create a new form. Let's make it the logbook, like so, and now you can see also just how quick and easy it is to create forms within the back end of your site. So let's say, you know what, we might do something a little bit exciting and tricky, which is we will make a list. Okay, so what we can do, if this was our logbook, what we can do is create a list that has multiple columns. So let's say that we want to grab, you know, date, supervisor, activity, whoops, down this page, live television, date, supervisor, activity, supervisors, contact, and then number of hours. So we can update the form like that. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, then you might want to add just some information like name. Very important, the email of the members is what will be consistent across the entire system. So very important that we communicate that the email address that you start with is the one that you have to keep until you update it across the system. More on that later. Anyway, so basically very quickly we've kind of created a form. I'll update that form, and then we can preview it. like so. Okay, so this is obviously a little bit wider than it would be on the page, but somebody who's logging hours can put their first and last name in, email, and then these related bits of information. If that wasn't cool enough, let's add one more field, which is the signature field. Okay, so we haven't updated the form yet to include signatures, so let's do that now. And you'll see here that there is a bunch of kind of developer level fancy pants add-ons for all the forms. You can explore these for yourselves as well. But the one that we're just kind of adding on to the form plugin now is one that enables us to capture a signature. So we go back to the form editing section. I've already saved that, so we'll refresh it like so. Okay, great. And now under advanced fields, we've got one called signature. And what we can do here is get the supervisor to add a signature to the bottom of the form. So now we put in Jeremy Peremy, an email, and if you put in an email which is just made up, that isn't the correct format, it won't let you submit. But now we just put in 11th of Feb, supervisor, me, blah, 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 blah. And then we've got a sign using this fancy pants thing, like that. Okay, so that, I guess that's, aside from giving me a chance to kind of show off a little bit, it's just a way of seeing just how simple and flexible the form developer is. So we've covered pages, we've covered forms. They're two things that will be used over and over again. We'll come back to the membership section now. One of the things that the members capability enables you to do is to create events. The second important thing that it helps you to do is to bill for those events. So as an example, here's a one that we've set up. This is just kind of testing, obviously, but all these people have paid for their event. They've paid for it using the system, and it's all tracked here. You can do things like edit, change, all that kind of gear. So that's pretty cool. Under forms, cards, donations, you can also set up individual items to sell. So if you wanted to create a standalone item, and this is one way that we did it with the webinar, just when I was doing testing. Actually, sorry, we'll create a new one. So let's go back. So a new form, and this might be sale item. So if there's something that you want to sell, you collect the data of the member that you want to sell to, or if it's just front facing, and then set up the actual item itself. So this might be t-shirt, description, pricing, blah, 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 blah. All this stuff is very straightforward and intuitive if you get stuck. The point is just that you can not only manage your membership, manage events and have them paid for online, manage your directory listings, but also create one-off sale items that you can either make available only to your members or to the general public. This can include things like donations if people want to support the organization or support a particular event. So hopefully that is enough of an understanding of the portal that's been set up, and hopefully enough information for one of you to go, oh wow, that's really super easy. Please sign me up to be the web person. I would love that. So yes, have a great meeting, and may the force be with you. The end.